Hello everyone, this is Professor A.R. Shinde. So this practical is about drawing of trusses. So in this practical we'll see the trusses. Okay. So so this is the diagram of industrial shade. So this is the industrial shade. You can see here there are many components of industrial shade. This is knee bracing. Okay. This is gable column, grates, and this is rafter bracing. Okay, this is the rafter bracing. These are the purlins on which the covering material is rest upon. Okay, then ridge strut, sag rods, which is the sagging of the of the uh, purlins or another other components which are attached to the shade. Okay, then this is the U line, this is the ridge line, these are the U struts. Okay, this is the ridge strut. Then column bracing, these are the sag rods again. Okay, for resisting the sags here. Okay, so here is column alternate column bracing. Okay, here is the alternate column bracing. Okay, after bracing. Okay, so this is about the overview of industrial shade. Here you can see figure shows the various components of an industrial shade. It mainly consists of roof truss, purlins, side purlins or side rail or grid, bracing columns and their bases, gable end columns, gantry girders, cladding, sag rods, flooring, etc. Okay. Now this here these are the components from principal rafter. Okay. Top inclined member of truss extending from eaves to ridge is known as principal rafter. They support the roof covering through purlins. They are mainly compression members. So this is the principal rafter. Okay, from eaves to ridge. So this is called principal rafter. Then bottom chord. This is the bottommost member of truss, which is kept horizontal in most cases. It supports the member of strut. It usually in tension. However, if reversal of load occurs due to wind, it may take compression. So this is the bottom chord. Okay, bottom chord which is the compression member. Okay, then ties. Then ties are the tension members of truss. So these are the tension members in the truss which are used for structural balancing. Okay. Then studs. These are the compression member of the truss. So these are the compression members for the structural balancing of the truss. Okay. Sack tie, central vertical member of a truss used to reduce the moment due to wind, also to reduce its resulting reflection. It is provided only in long span trusses. So these are the sag ties which are used to reduce the moment due to wind or the resisting sags or sagging. Okay. Purlins. It is a structural member which are supported on principal rafter and which can transverse to trusses. It supports the roof covering either directly or through common rafter. They are usually made of an angle or channel section. Okay. So this is the rafter on which purlins is supported. Okay. These are the purlins and these are the rafter on which it is supported. Okay. Then common rafter. It is the spacing of purlins. It is the spacing of purlins are longer than the available length of shifting. Rafter may be provided to support the shifting. Thus, rafter are inclined beam supported on purlins. They are also known as common rafter to distinguish them from principal rafter. Okay. Roof covering. Roof covering are mostly in the form of corrugated sheets or GI, galvanized iron, asbestos, cement. However, roof covering of glass are used. If the roof covering has smaller planar dimensions, such as purlin supported on common rafter, are required. Ridge or ridge line, it is the line joining the vertical of trusses. Then eaves. Bottom edge of the inclined roof is called eaves. Bottom edge of the inclined roof. So this is the eaves. This is eave line. Okay. Bottom line of the truss. Panel point. These are the prominent points along which the principal rafter between any two various members meet. Distance of principal rafter between any two panel points. So panel point is between distance between the principal rafter making panels. Okay. Shoe point. It is supporting edge provided at the junction of top and bottom chords of truss. Reaction of truss is transferred to the support through angle and it is support on base plate. So this is shoe point, top and bottom chords of truss. Base plate or anchor plate. Base plate supports the shoe angle of the truss through bolts. Base plate is anchored to the supporting column or wall. It can take both downward as upward direction from truss. So base plate is generally provided below the at the bottom of the column so as to take the anchor, support, or upward or downward reaction. Okay. So these are the various types of trusses which can be used for industrial sheds. So this is the bowstring truss, which is like bow. Okay. Then this is town lattice truss, which has many gauging like structure or ties. Then this is Pratt truss. This has the pattern of Pratt truss. Then this is scissor truss, which has the scissor-like shape. Then this is sawtooth truss. Also, it has a blades, or it has a shape of sawtooth blades. Okay. Camel back Pratt truss. This is camel back Pratt truss, which has the portion or shape similar to the camel's back. Okay. Then this is also again the Pratt truss, which is different type. Okay. Then this is hoe pitch truss. Okay. Then this is hoe truss. Then this is simple fin truss. These are all these common types of trusses which are used for industrial shades. Okay. So this was all about the trusses. Thank you.